1, 2, 3. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming out to our unveiling event and supporting us from along the way. I want to give a special thanks to our UNT faculty members for supporting us through every step of our project, and family members for supporting your sons and daughters who are on our team, and a special thanks to our sponsors and alumni for helping making this project possible. Over the last 2 years, we have been developing UNT's first fully electric SAE vehicle, along with a lot of upgrades from our previous car. This unveiling event holds a special place in our hearts because it shows the hard work and dedication that every single member has put in this team to get us to this point. Before we unveil F25, I would like to hand it over to Solomon, our current composite lead and future president, Emily, our current ergonomics lead and future operations manager, and Aiden Carney, finally said that right, our current suspension lead and future chief engineer.
Thank you, Aiden and Miguel, for an amazing project here this year. We've come a very long way from looking at the CAD model of the car, brainstorming ideas on mounting the aero package, or overcoming any of the manufacturing concerns we had. And thanks to the aero and composites team for going through all the analysis, all the engineering decisions we've made from CFD simulations, FEA, and cost-benefit analysis. We've come a great way, but for what I'm up here to talk about is F26. It is my hope that with my fellow officers, we get to keep up the excellent work our cadet officers and lead are keeping up. In 26, we hope to build a better project plan to focus on time efficiency and focusing on testing, as well as building a business team that gels with our engineering leads. And now I'm going to hand it over to Kearney to introduce the F26 leads.
So I'm going to be announcing the future F26 leads, and I'm happy to announce all these names because they are a lot of returning names. This will be their second year building the car, and they know how to improve on all the mistakes. We've learned a lot through this process. So starting off with our aerodynamics lead, it's going to be Haidar. If you want to give a wave. For our composites lead, it's going to be Jeremiah. For suspension, it's going to be Joel. For master assembly, it's going to be Hayden. For chassis, it's going to be Leo. For EV powertrain, it's going to be Rusan and Zachary. For ergonomics, it's going to be Victoria. And then for electrical, it's going to be Megan and Mario. And for legacy, it's going to be Harrison. Drivetrain is going to be Rico. And last but not least, quartermaster is going to be Aiden Morgan. Did I miss anyone?
I think you got it.
Sweet, first try.
All right, and Miguel, you can start unveiling 25. And for the best thing, let's hear it start up.
engineer's gonna know what that last sound is.
Go for it, Harrison. Lights on. Yeah. If y'all want to go up to 25, or y'all want to talk about it?
Yeah, if y'all are welcome to come up, see closer looks at the cars. I will be talking about things that we have upgraded from our 2023 car and the 2 years of our hard work to make 2025 a better performing overall car. Since it's a EV car in high voltage, we currently do not have it on just but all the low voltage works as well.
Look at that dashboard. Look at that. That's in that great sound.
She's feet away from
Sure.
But some major upgrades from our 2023 car that you'll see on our 2025 that we are very proud of is the fitment of a 10-inch wheel package. So if you compare it to our previous years, you'll see that the wheels are substantially larger, and that 10-inch package was just such a performance enhancer for the team due to the sprung mass and rotating mass that it will be saving us. It was very difficult to work with in packaging, as Roman and Rico can attest to. Putting brakes and the actual spindles and uprights in those 10-inch wheels along with suspension was very hard to do, but we managed to get through it. So that is something we are very proud of, and a big thing that you obviously see compared to all of them that I didn't talk about is the aero. This is the first year we actually have functioning aero package, which consists of the front wing, a rear wing, and the under tray that you see. We are very excited about this and very nervous about this as this is our first year and we're expecting it to hopefully perform well, which with HIDAR's simulations and my many questions on it, what if we do that, what if we do this, and him answering them, we are confident that it will work. And we are also happy to continue improving on it for the future years and continue making an aero package for now and further on. Another thing, which is the obvious one, the EV. We're no longer doing an internal combustion engine. We are going with an electric vehicle. So we are working with battery cells and an MRAX motor, which will be outputting around twice the horsepower that our IC engine was outputting, up from 70 horsepower on that Triumph Daytona 675 to 140 horsepower on that MRAX motor. So that is very exciting to take on and see how it handles. A thing that was also done, and suspension team, which, where are they? Had countless nights studying and learning and figuring out how it works. We redesigned the suspension to the 10-inch wheel package and for performance reasons as well. So throughout that back year, Kearney, Jewel, and Marco back there, along with newer members that have shown up like Chris, have worked tirelessly to make the suspension system work and keep the car stuck to the ground and power going through the wheels. And even though as fun as they are to do, not make us do donuts on the front. What else do we have? I think those are our biggest major upgrades for the aero package, the 10-inch wheels, and the suspension redesign. If y'all have any questions on differences or curiosities, y'all are more than welcome to ask, and I can answer.
So, on weight displacement,
Yes.
Running an EV car is much different than a internal combustion car because of the weight. So how did you balance it out?
That is something we still actually have to work on doing it better. Cars rear set around 60% to 40 due to the MRAX motor being heavy and the added batteries. That is one thing that this car has from that one is our 25 car now weighs around 500 pounds compared to the 420-ish pounds that our F23 carways. So weight distribution is something that we will continue on improving. There is a lot more frame members up on the front and middle section of the car that have added towards that weight distribution to keep it more towards the center of the car rather than the rear, as well as the aero package up front and towards the center of the car. But it's just something that we have to continue on improving on, will be the weight distribution once we are assured that our EV package works and performs the best performance it can. We'll be adding and tackling those challenges.
Is there like a weight limit?
For this competition, there's not a weight limit, no. Nor max, nor minimum.
And torque and power is how much you want?
Power is limited.
Power's limited?
Yep. Oh, like power, like voltage output to the motor?
Well, to the wheel.
Yeah.
To the wheel, like horsepower, we are not limited in how much horsepower we are making. We are limited to how much voltage and amps we output to our motor. Same way that we are limited in the CCs of our engine on a normal IC car.
Now, this competes against other EV cars, or?
Yes, it will compete against other EV cars. Our competition, we have changed from our May one, which was the IC one, to now in June, and they'll be competing against other EV cars. They have recently increased the competition size from that about 50 cars and 50 members to that of 100 now?
There's 100.
Yeah, 100 members. So they're adding a lot more EV teams into that competition. So we're expecting to go in there, and when me, Zach, Harrison, and I think that was it. Yeah, went to competition to scout out how we were doing and progressing on our EV car. We saw, in Milan, we were doing pretty, like there was a good increase in newer teams that were converting over from IC to EV. So we're expected to do that change as well. We're just happy that we took 2 years to do things right compared to seeing some of the teams that we saw out there that got to competition and sadly were not able to compete.
So can you talk about some of the things they're going to judge you on?
So we are judged on both the business side with cost analysis and presentation, as well as decisions that we made for purchasing parts. And for engineering, each subsystem, according to the SAE sections that are designated, so like frame and aero are in one, control, so how the driver interacts with the car is another one. Each of those will have their own respective judge, and they will go up to us, and their judging goes for the engineering process. So we'll detail all of our thought processes from A through Z that we have gone through the car. Our selection of materials down to the manufacturing of a part. Whether we chose something to buy or we chose something to make. Whether we did a performance decrease in a part due to saving money, or whether we spent more money for a performance improving part, believing that it would be better. So that is what we're judged overall, as well as our actual engineering. Is there something that we're very proud of designing, whether it be the complete redesign and like lightness of an upright? They'll be going into depth on all the FEA analysis that went over onto that.
So one last question. Yeah. So do they test you on performance?
On performance, we are tested against other cars. That's where the fun part comes in. They are just testing us on our engineering skills. The performance and how well we actually designed our car happens on the track with the rest of the universities.
Gotcha. And who gets to drive?
Who gets to drive? That is decided by whoever's fastest on the team. The 4 fastest drivers and everyone that has put the effort in gets to drive the competition.
Sounds like fun. Yeah. Good job. Thank you.
Any other questions or anything that seems interesting?
How fast does it go?
How fast does it go?
We'll get there when we get there. As fast as we want to.
500 miles an hour.
Yeah. How fast do you expect it to go?
We are gearing to be around the 90-mile mark. Is what we're
9 mile an hour?
Yeah. The autocross track that we are working with, as well as a straight like drag race strip that we kind of participate in, both of them are not long enough to reach higher speeds than that. And the autocross one, most of them, it's mainly a turns and more of a technical driving course rather than a speed one. So
gotcha.
Not a lot of turns take us over 90 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So we're gearing for that, so that we have that lower end power as well in acceleration.
So, my name is Hassan. I'm their faculty advisor. I didn't do much of the work with it. I only critique it in a way. But I wanted to thank those families today. I wanted to thank Aiden, Suleiman, and Miguel, and everyone on the team for doing such an incredible job. I would have even never dreamt of doing something like this when I was in my undergrad. And now, just the honor of being part of this team and working with you guys and actually learning from you is just incredible. And actually the credit also goes to the families that you just opted out of seeing your kids on Saturdays. Maybe that's a good thing. But thank you so much for bearing with us, and we just want your support. We're gonna go compete in June. We have high hopes. I have high hopes that you really have full confidence in the team, that you're gonna absolutely do a great job. Regardless of the results of that, actually just to get to this point, you're winning in our eyes, and we will continue to support you from the UNT side and from the family side as well. And thank you so much, guys, for coming here and actually showing your support to the team. And we'll keep pushing. I'm so excited for the next year, lead and the team for next year, and we'll keep adding value as much as we can. Honestly, I was just telling somebody before, your degree is one side, and it's one thing, and you go brag about this in your job interviews, it's a completely different story. And I'm sure everybody here who worked, all the alums who worked on the cars, actually have jobs, something to do with cars. So we're thankful for you, Milan, and everyone else, and we hope to see more transition into the car industry too. So thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.